station, Nana.
Right guys, and a few girls I believe watch this channel. A Saturday morning wouldn't be the same without at least one relationship story, would it? So I've got one here. I'm going to read this to you. See what you think of this one. Hi Peter, Nick here. As I mentioned in a live stream recently, I'm sending you a few stories of mine. My English is not my strongest, but I'll do my best. I started to chat with a girl called Sokhorn on Badoo while I was travelling around Thailand. I knew I was going to be returning to Phuket a few days later, so I decided that I would like to be with a girl I kind of already know from Badoo rather than meeting strangers. After a few days of talking to Sokhorn online, we decided to meet up once I was back in Patong. Honestly, I only wanted to have someone to hang out with, but she made it very clear that she would take care of me if I took care of her. I wasn't looking for an intimate relationship, and I was a little bit disappointed that she assumed that this is what I would be looking for. As I say, I was just looking for someone to have fun with while I was on the island, and of course I would have paid for her time. I met Sokhorn at a local bar, we played a little pool, and after that we went to a large bar to watch a live band. Sokhorn appeared to be very shy while she was with me, which I hadn't expected after the taking care reference online. But I like that she acted in a decent way. Sokhorn asked me to meet her again the next day to have ice cream, which we did. I thought we were going to have an ice cream only the two of us together, so I was very surprised to see her mother had come along too. I felt a little awkward, especially when Sokhorn's mother asked me if I planned to marry her daughter. In my head, I thought, dude, I don't even know her date of birth. We both laughed a little about it, and her mother kept talking about how nice we looked together and that she had also been married to a Belgian guy who regularly sent her money. Sokhorn became my girlfriend, and I still have great memories of her. I think I wouldn't have seen so many locations without her company. She took me everywhere, from a Buddha Day ceremony to all the local night markets, restaurants, waterfalls, etc. I really enjoyed spending time with Sokhorn, and I honestly feel that she enjoyed her time with me. I had only one conversation with her that I found a little strange. I must tell your viewers, at this point I was actually sharing my hotel room with a friend, 2 single beds, so as to reduce costs. So I asked Sokhorn as a joke, could you feel the same about my roommate as you do with me? Sokhorn said no, because I know you. I then asked, well, what if you didn't know me? Then maybe yes, she said. I couldn't understand this because she loved me and then I was special, but apparently my roommate could have been special as well. Even if I'd stayed with her, I would be thinking about this, and I always listen to what my brain tells me and not my heart. One time I caught her using Tinder secretly while she was with me. She told me that it was only to make new friends, which she was going to meet because she was with me. I didn't believe that for a minute, but as I was going back to Belgium in the next few days, I let it go. A few days before I left, Sokhorn asked me to buy her a gold ring, which initially I wasn't going to, but one day I saw her sell several rings for cash. This made me feel really sorry for her, so being the sucker that I am, I finally bought one for her. Not because I thought about marrying her, but to give her something that she could exchange for money if she ever needed it after I had left, and although people will call me foolish, honestly, I would do it again. We all have this fantasy about what we think love should be. I have mine, and I'm sure Sokhorn must have had hers. But I have never had to sell my possessions to buy food. To see Sokhorn have to sell rings to buy food made me very sad indeed, and I will never judge her or how she lives. Although we had several fights and sometimes she could become very annoying, I wish her a good life and the best of luck, and would be very happy to meet her again if I return to Thailand. Of course, ensuring someone is with you because of feelings rather than money should always be very important, but sometimes it is so difficult not to let your heart rule your head.
Attention please. This is the final call of Thai Airways International Flight.
My friend and I arrived in Patong, Phuket, and had a one-night reservation in a hotel. Our plan was to stay there just the one night and then rent a room for 2 months at a much cheaper price. Unfortunately, when we arrived at the hotel, the staff could not find our reservation and the hotel was fully booked. We looked for another room for the night, but literally every hotel was full. After about 2 or 3 hours of walking around and unsuccessfully finding a vacant hotel to book into, we started worrying about a place to sleep that night. We decided to ask some locals for help and advice after explaining our current situation. What they did for us was incredible. They didn't only make calls to people to look for a room for us, they also closed their shop and took us to view the room on their scooters. I had all my money in cash on me and they could have easily robbed us if they wanted to, but they spent almost 2 hours with us searching for a room without asking for anything in return. We finally found a hotel room and give them 1,000 baht to thank them. Honestly, I would have given them 2,000 baht if I could go back in time. They even returned my friend's phone that he had forgot on the scooter and both of our passports. I can tell you many stories about the great Thai people I've met, but these couple of ones that I've just read out to you are my favourites. Okay, 2 more short stories left. This next one I'm going to read out to you is very, very short, and it's been sent to me by the same guy who was dating the lady Sokhorn. After one night in Bangla Road, I was on my way back home with Sokhorn, my girlfriend, and a friend of hers. The 3 of us on one scooter, of course with no helmets. At a checkpoint, the police stopped us as they were stopping everyone. The only thing they checked was my pockets. The policeman then asked me where I was from and if I was enjoying my vacation. While a lot of other Farangs were about to pay 1,000 baht fines because they weren't wearing helmets, he shook my hand and let me go. He just told me to buy a helmet for the next time and to keep enjoying my vacation. Very short, but wasn't that a very nice short little tale of a nice policeman? So there you go. All right, guys, we're going to jump straight into the last one now. And just a reminder, if you've got any stories, I'm running a little bit short, so I'd appreciate anything now, relationship stories or even short stories like this. Okay, so here's the last one for today. In January 2019, my brother and myself were in LK Metro. I won't mention the Australian name bar, but I'm sure regulars to Pattaya will guess. But anyway, it was earlier on in the night, maybe 2 drinks in, so went to another bar which was really very lively. We ordered a couple of drinks and I asked the waitress to put the 2 drinks onto one bill. Our drinks were 70 baht each. However, when the bill was presented to us, it said 280 baht. We'd only had 2 drinks and I tried my best to explain over the very loud music that we only ordered 2 beers and not 4. I received the usual dumb look you always get in Pattaya when staff don't have a clue what you are talking about, and of course that static smile. I tried to explain again over loud music, but this time much louder so that she could hear me better, only this brought its own problems as now people were looking over at me like I was giving her a hard time. This was 100% a scam because after speaking with the waitress for some time, 2 more beers suddenly turned up at our table, which we definitely did not order. The waitress then went on to justify the bill by saying we had ordered 4 beers and not 2. Unfortunately, when the first 2 beers came to the table with the bill in the pot, I did not check it. Had I done so, I would have spotted the scam right away. So to end, I will just say this. Many bars in Pattaya know that most of their customers are short-time tourists, and because of this, no attempt is made at looking after the customers long-term, which would be normal. Instead, it's a case of grab what you can today, as you won't see them again, and it's a lesson well learned. I don't know. I mean, don't forget it's a human factor as well, isn't it? I mean, they make mistakes. The music's loud for them as well, not only you. English isn't her mother tongue. Maybe she heard you say 4 beers. I'd have just paid for the 4 beers and let it go and took the 2 beers with me or carried on enjoying them for another 10 minutes.